What we're doing here today is a realistic drunk driving scenario for our seniors here at Park City High School. The idea is to get the message across to them that drunk driving is not a good thing and it can affect many lives. So we're going to bring them in here today and we're going to put on a wreck. A student will die. We will have injuries. We'll have a parent get flown out by AirMed. And they will go back to the Echo Center afterwards and see speakers. They'll also witness a eulogy by the parent of the dead student. It will be pretty moving, a little traumatic. We're kind of hoping that it sends a really solid message.
Mark, look out!
Bridger! Mark? Are you awake? Mark!
So this takes about 6 months to plan. We put together all of our resources with police and fire, AirMed, and this year the University of Utah trauma team. They're participating, doing makeup for us, and Dr. Narula will be speaking as well. Takes a fair amount of time to plan, getting everybody coordinated, but once we do and the scenario starts, I do nothing. It just takes on a life of its own.
We are here to support Park City High School and the community in prevention of needless accidents due to alcohol related activities and driving. Every year we run on calls where there's major accidents as a result of people making poor choices resulting in critical injuries and sometimes death. So we have provided engines and ambulances. We're going to be running through a mock scenario with the apparatus that you can see behind us. We'll be extricating students that are dressed up with moulage to look like they're hurt and wounded, and the firefighters will respond and treat it just basically like they would on any emergency scene. They'll remove the patients from the vehicle, treat them, and then we also have AirMed coming to assist that will fly out a critical patient. And it's a very dramatic event, but it's hopefully makes a very strong impact on the students here today to prevent needless waste of life and bad choices. The message we're trying to send to the students today is that what sometimes is just talked about in casual conversation of, oh man, don't get caught driving, oh, you've had too much to drink, I'll be all right, I'm just buzzed, I'll be able to get home. No, this is the real deal. Kids, unfortunately, at a young age, 18 years of age, can make some very poor choices.
The message to the kids is to drive responsibly, be responsible, make good decisions. We don't want them to go out there and think that it's okay to party and have no consequences. As you'll see in our scenario today, there is a voice of reason trying to keep the kids from going anywhere drunk, offering to drive himself. And he's, of course, not listened to.
One personal note that I often see is, an accident can happen at any time, regardless whether you were drunk and were the cause of the accident. If you are in a vehicle accident and you have been drinking, even though you weren't the cause, you're going to go to jail because you have alcohol in your system. So I would just ask that people kind of keep that in mind, that you don't necessarily need to be the cause of the accident. If you have alcohol in your system and you're in a car accident, you've broken the law.
So it sends a message of there are other options, and the kids later at the Echo Center do talk about how it has affected their lives in the long term. The consequences of their actions, what they have to live with, the guilt that they feel, the loss of life, and just how it affects them in the long term as far as having a felony, not being able to go to college, things like that.